We are definitely dealing with a bit of a wintertime chill in the air this afternoon, and that pairs with the nice fresh snowfall that we still have on the ground outside. We're one of the very few parts of the country that are actually still seeing snow left over at this point in the year. One portion, of course, the Rocky Mountains. Any higher elevation areas typically always seeing snow lasting much later than this. Another part, more recently, off into the northeast, impressive snow totals still hanging on as that storm just finished moving out the last couple days ago. Still sitting at over a foot of snow in cities like Boston, New York, even Albany. Lots of snow off for our friends into the northeast. Back here at home, we're still seeing that strong band that we saw at the end of last week holding on. Definitely have some meltage in it. We're seeing, for the most part, around 6 inches left in much of that area. Does make a small impact on our temperatures. Now, we're not really seeing any parts of the area that don't have any snow on the ground, so that does make a difference. But in fact, having even just a couple more inches on the ground can make it feel a couple degrees cooler. You can see that slightly in our current temperatures right now. A couple spots of more darker blue where we see more of that snow on the ground for areas further south of I-90. Just makes about a little bit of a temperature difference. You can see a little bit more of a temperature difference, though, when you compare Winona to La Crosse. Around 8 degrees difference because we have much more snow on the ground. We could see some of that melting, though, as we go later into the end of the week. Definitely not today, though. These temperatures that we're seeing right now don't look to warm up too much as we go into the afternoon. High temperatures likely only staying in the low 20s, even the upper teens. 23 this afternoon will be the warmest we get in La Crosse, 19 in Eau Claire. As we head into tomorrow, we're already going to be around 15 to 20 degrees back warmer than we were today, and that's only going to be slightly above average. A high of 40 degrees is only 4 degrees above average this time of year, so that really goes to show, while it doesn't feel like it's increasingly below average when we're sitting in the 20s, we are seeing our high temperatures really starting to warm in terms of the average now, since we are just a couple days away from March. Friday, though, really going to be the shining star this week. Does not last that long, so really enjoy the next 2 days, because once we get into the weekend, we dip back around 10 degrees below average, and once again back into the mid and low 20s. A little bit of a warm up possible as we get towards the middle of the week. Definitely nothing too crazy, but we could see those temperatures rebound back to near average. So when should we say goodbye to the cold? Well, typically we start to see high temperatures below around 10 degrees finish up by the beginning of February, so that should be in our past. On average, we could still see that coming in, though. To see temperatures that are below around 20 degrees, so what we're seeing today, that still lingers in through the end of February. So this should be about our last round of that cold stretching in, but we're still going to feel it as we go throughout the day nonetheless. Tonight, still seeing our low temperatures in the teens, but it warms up very quickly for tomorrow. High temperatures again back into the low 40s across much of the area, much milder, much closer to average. And they continue to warm as we go into Friday as well. That's definitely going to be the warmest day of the upcoming stretch, but it only lasts for 1 day, and we're back to below average with snowfall just 1 day later. So
quite the dip.
Another stretch of weather that's a little bit wacky.
Yes, I'm glad to see that 43 sneaking in there, though.
Yes.
Thank you, Nicole.